Greetings, YouTube. Happy Sunday. I'm finally home from church and the Olive Garden where I had lunch. Not that you care. And, it's funny. I have been asked since July 4th, Prof, when do you think we're going to get a whale-focused deal again? Because we've had several that were not whale-focused, including 4-star rank-up offers, special featured items, etc. And I said, I think it'll come in the next couple days. And sure enough, my Prof senses were tingling, and indeed, today on this Sunday, a day that is becoming quite often in the year 2019 of Marvel Contest of Champions, a day for Kabam to give us offers directed at the top tier of the game. We have several different tiers of this to discuss. Now, this is for those of you who are uncollected and cavalier. So if you don't see this, it's because you're not uncollected or cavalier. So please don't message me online asking why you can't see this offer. You just didn't listen to the video, apparently, and watched the title and got mad. Okay, so here's the deal, YouTube. Back in the day, and I'm talking like over a year ago, Tier 5 basic Callus fragments used to be so rare that they tried to get us to pay $100 for 4,500. Thankfully, especially after July 4th, they're more frequent, but they still are in a game where you can easily pull 5 and sometimes even 6-star champs out of Cavalier and featured Cavalier crystals. They are the most sought after resource because it doesn't matter if you pull that champion you've got, even if you get them awakened, if you don't have the materials, if you don't have the gold, if you don't have the tier 2 alphas, if you don't have Tier 5 basics, especially for 6 stars, right? Because you really need those to rank up the champions. So this is one of the fairer entry-level deals we have seen for units. It is about, $35, $40 worth of units. I wish it gave you half of a Tier 2 Alpha. I wish that they gave you 18,000 Tier 2 Alpha Callus fragments and probably 5,000 Tier 5 Basic. I don't understand why they insist on keeping this at 1/10 of what you need, but at the same time, it's fair. This is a C+ level 1 offer for those of you who need Tier 5 Basic. It is not amazing, and it's not terrible. We have seen far worse, and we have seen far better. So that it's slightly above average, and therefore it gets a C+ grade. But we know in these special offers that there are several opportunities to get further tiers. And so you jump from 900 units straight to 1,500 units in the next one. So now you are approaching about $75 worth of units for the second tier, and that gets you 9,000 Tier 5 basics. So this is a savings of about 300 units, given that you get double what you paid for with 900, and it actually gives you more Tier 2 Alpha Callus fragments because it gives you that fully formed Tier 2A. It does just give you a double of gold. These units are kind of gold pathetic. These deals, I should say, these unit deals, I wish that they were a little bit better with gold, but otherwise, it's fair. Again, I think the second offer is slightly better value if you combine them. I'll say it's probably a B-. We're talking like an 80%, the lowest of B-, but technically it's in the B range. And the last offer is something that I have a feeling a lot of whales will snag up. Even though it's not an A offer, it is certainly something that we have not seen casually in a unit offer much before. And I wonder, now that July 4th has come and gone, if this is kind of the norm of where the offers are going to go in Marvel Contest of Champions. Because the ultimate Tier 5 Basic Callus Cash for 3,500 units, so over $100 worth of units, you're still 400 units short if you buy an Odin for this. You get 18,000 Tier 5 Basic, which, I gotta be honest, I think this would be a much better deal, of course, if it gave you half of a fully formed Tier 5 Basic, which remember is 45,000 Tier 5 Basic Callus fragments, so it's 22,500 for half. So this gets you under that, although 18,000 is certainly nothing to shake your head at, given how hard it is to still get these. 2 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst and 500,000 gold. Now, I usually talk about these deals in comparison to Alliance War Seasons rewards because it takes you a long time. Even if you're in Platinum or Master currently with the reward structure, it's still going to take you a while, a couple months at least, to get this. Now, with the new season rewards coming the following month, I really think that that's going to change my opinion a little bit of the value of these. But at the same time, if you're like my Alliance and you are boycotting Alliance War, or maybe, just maybe, if you do Alliance War at all, you're going to do one battle group, then you're still looking at these kind of offers as the main source for Tier 5 basic catalysts, and that's why it's always important to make Kabam Mike not be able to sleep at night, because you are a fan of hoarding crystal fragments. I think the final offer probably would be something that I would be more excited about if it was at least 1,000 units cheaper. So keep in mind, 1,500 units for the second offer, and the next one is more than double. So really, you should get more than 18,000 Tier 5 Basic from it. And you should get more than 2 Tier 2 Alphas. They're pricing this like it's 3,000 units, but they're adding on 500 units, and you get worse value than just the double the value, except for, I guess, gold, but you're not really buying these for gold. So it is kind of strange, and whoever did the math on these probably should be fired, because it should be at most 3,000 units, and it should be what you see at minimum. But if you really want to enhance the offer, you're going to make this 3 Tier 2 Alphas, and you're going to make this 22,500 Tier 5 Basic. These kind of offers, when you add all of them up at this point in the game, they should equal one fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst and enough Tier 2 Alphas, which is 4, to take, say, a 5-star to rank 4. But because we are short of that, I'm actually giving the middle tier the highest grade of a B-, and I'm going back down to a C- for the ultimate tier, because they're charging you 500 more units and just doubling the previous value, which was only 1,500 units. So really, the math is just off, and they missed a golden opportunity for this thing to make sense. It's a Canadian company, so maybe they're hoping it makes, I don't know, maple syrup instead of sense. But I'm a fan of Canada, by the way. That's just nice people. Just whenever you can talk about maple syrup, you know, you're required to. That's an old prof YouTube motto. Anyhow, I think a C+ for the first tier, a B- for the second tier, and a C- for the third tier. Those are my grades for this Sunday. It might be a day of rest, but I am not resting from making YouTube offers, because I promise you every time there's a deal, as long as my channel exists, I will grade these offers. I have done so. Have a wonderful Sunday, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and congrats to everybody who gets Spidey in the arena. I'm very curious what the score goes for, and hopefully there'll be an update on my channel about what he went for in the next couple of hours.